Michael Vasquez reporting from the Oceanside International Film Festival. I have James Valdez with Canta Santiago. James, tell us how this project came together.
Interestingly, that I was supposed to make a different film, and but I learned that like my heart wasn't in that story, so I decided that I wanted to change it up and then write something different. And as far as like kind of where the word came from, the story is about it's called Canta Santiago, and the story is about a young mariachi boy who is about to perform at a restaurant for the first time. And so a few years ago, I lost my brother, and I wanted to tell something that resonated, kind of like how to describe like the feelings and emotions that you feel, and I wanted to put that in like the moving picture in a way. So that's the origin of the story.
So this is definitely a personal story, and the little boy getting up the nerve to perform is kind of that process.
Yeah. So he in the story he just lost his brother not that long ago, and he's kind of filling in the big shoes because his brother was a mariachi singer as well, and so I don't want to give away too much, but because it's also a short film, you know. But so he steps up the courage with some help from his brother. Yeah.
So it's a beautiful story of being challenged and trying to muster the courage to stand in the same shoes.
Yeah. And there's always that pressure, I think, you know, when it comes to siblings, like, you know, if they've done something, they paved a way, and then, you know, you kind of don't want to let them down. So I think that's part of it for this young boy. He doesn't want to. He's afraid that he might not be good enough, or he might mess up, or something like that. But
well, and he looked up to him,
right.
And so he showed him what could be. And when you look up to somebody like that, you never know whether you'll ever measure up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But he eventually.
Yeah, and another interesting thing too is that with like we also, so I was the writer director and also the cinematographer. Just because I told you I switched gears late, so I was like, well, I should just direct it too, you know, and then shoot it. And we shot it on film, so it was like, as far as trying to execute it on the day, trying to wear different hats, you know, be the director, be the cinematographer, you know, make sure the lights are the way they're supposed to be and all that stuff.
That's a huge difficulty when you're doing it on film, right?
Yeah. It's but there's there's no right or wrong answer whether someone decides to shoot on film or digital. Just that film is a resource that runs out, so you better be ready before you start rolling the camera. So
a lot of pre-production.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Are there any other things that might have happened along the way that you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, this short film has received a good amount of audience responses, and I have the opportunity to travel places, and I've just been really moved just by people's reactions to it. And then there was even a time where I went to Oklahoma, and there was a guy that, you know, he was really sad, and after the film he talked to me and he said that, you know, he recently lost his cousin who was a mariachi player, so that it really resonated with him. So like it starts to, you start to see the power of film, you know, and I think that's there's something to cherish with that, telling stories.
Definitely.
Yeah.
How do we connect with you online?
So I'm on Instagram. It's James in Focus. So you can just find me on there if you want to look me up. Lately I've been doing a lot of cinematography, so the next few months I'm actually pretty booked, shooting a couple projects. One is even overseas. I'm going overseas to shoot something, so hopefully I start to, work on bigger things, and one day, the goal is always to make a big feature, so hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. That's the key, right? The feature.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a huge challenge.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. Oceanside really appreciate you coming out to support your film.
Thank you. It also means a lot to me too, because I'm from San Diego and I have a lot of family in Oceanside. So so they're come out to support. I haven't seen some people in a while too, so it's pretty cool when you start to play locally.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Michael Vasquez reporting from the Oceanside International Film Festival.